I am warning you, Dufresne. Turn that off.
Don't touch the boat, Nemo.
Don't. Hey Cam,
What's up?
did you see how Hank cheated at the marathon the other day?
Oh no, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was actually pretty crazy. He went there with a bat, and I saw Hank red him shins.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Cam, and this is Zay. And today we are getting into the movie Shawshank Redemption. This will be our reaction to it. Super excited to get into this one. This will be the last installment that we have reacted to in the Frank Darabont Stephen King adaptation kind of trilogy. With It's not the last in the trilogy, but it's the last one that we will have reacted to, having already done The Green Mile and The Mist. Now, The Green Mile was a movie that you had seen that I have not, or
Yep.
had not, and The Mist was something that we both hadn't seen. But now we're getting to Shawshank Redemption, a movie that I have seen before and you have not. So super excited to get into this. So yeah, as you guys know, I have seen this movie before. It has been a bit, and I've only seen it once, so I certainly don't remember everything. I do remember enjoying it quite a bit, but it'll be interesting to see how you take this movie and what you enjoy about it, and then I'll be interested to see kind of what I might pick up on this time. Zay, is there anything about this movie though before we go into it that you know? I know we talked about, that there's a prison in the
Yeah.
movie, and I know I accidentally mentioned that the prison was called Shawshank. I could be wrong. It might not actually
No,
be.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
Shawshank is the name of the prison. That was pretty much the only info that I knew. And Morgan Freeman's in this. Is it Morgan Freeman? In this?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman is in this.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much all I know about it. So I'm super excited to get into it.
Okay, all right. Well, with that being said, if you guys like what you're watching, leave a like down below. Subscribe to stay tuned for more if you're not already. And if you want to watch our full-length reaction to this and various other movies, as well as get 3 edited movie reactions ahead of YouTube, you can check that out on Patreon. The link for that is in the description. Yeah, I mean, let's not keep you guys waiting any longer. Let's get into the Saw Hank Redemptions.
No, you didn't even have to bring it back. You didn't have to bring it back. What you got there? Right.
Just a bag of goodies.
Yeah. So it seems like he's going to make a decision he plans on regretting. Because he's drinking and he got a gun in his lap.
Glenn Quentin, the golf pro at the Snowden Hills Country Club.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Drove to his house to confront them. They weren't home, so I parked in the turnout and waited.
Which is what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
When they arrived, you went up to the house and murdered them.
I got back in the car and I drove home to sleep it off.
What do you think?
I mean, this looks pretty bad.
Riddled with .38 caliber bullets. Now, does that strike you as a fantastic coincidence, Mr. Dufresne, or is it just me?
I don't know. Sounds like you might have done it, Dufresne.
You threw your gun into the river before the murders took place. That's very convenient.
It definitely does not look good at all.
No, especially the way he's wording it.
Since I am innocent of this crime, sir, I find it decidedly inconvenient that the gun was never found.
That's a fair point.
That's a very fair point.
Hey, it's like you call it convenient, but because you perceive it as convenient, that's not convenient for me, you know?
Right, yeah.
A revolver holds 6 bullets, not 8. 4 bullets per victim.
With a revolver, that, yeah.
Stop to reload so that he could shoot each of them again, right in the head.
I can't imagine that feeling of just, oh my gosh, of just knowing that that happened. Oh my Lord.
I hereby order you to serve 2 life sentences back to back.
Brutal.
So be it.
That's a brutal sentence. But if you did do it, you know?
We don't know whether he did it or not.
So that's why I had to say if. Because if he's innocent, that's not fair. But how would you ever even prove you didn't do it now? Like,
You feel you've been rehabilitated?
Oh, yes, sir. No longer a danger to society.
That's God's honest truth.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
So,
sad because it's like they're expecting everyone to say that, you know?
yeah. How do you prove? Again, this is another situation. How do you prove that you are
It's like,
rehabilitated?
do you feel rehabilitated? No. Okay, rejected. Do you feel rehabilitated? Yes. Well, everybody's gonna say
Of
that.
course, you're gonna
Rejected.
say that.
It's
Rejected.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm up for rejection next week.
I'm up for rejection. It's hilarious, though.
On the outside, he'd been vice president of a large Portland bank.
Ooh.
Good work for a man as young as he was.
Yeah.
Bro
If
was
he did
probably
do it, it's
making,
crazy to throw that away, you know?
yeah, he's probably making so much money. Vice president of a bank.
Take the chubby fat ass there, the fifth one from the front.
It's so serious that they're just having this combo on the side. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
I must admit I didn't think much of Andy first time I laid eyes on him. Looked like a stiff breeze would blow him over. 10 cigarettes.
They're betting on something, and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I can't tell what they're betting on.
I'm Mr. Norton, the warden. You are convicted felons.
I'd probably almost laugh right there. I'm sorry, what? Norton the warden?
I'll not have the Lord's name taken in vain in my prison. The other rules, you'll figure out as you go along.
I think that's not fair.
You shit when we say you shit, and you piss when we say you piss. You got that, you maggot dick motherfucker?
Damn!
I think he got it.
Your ass belongs to me. Welcome to Shawshank.
Such a holy man.
Yeah, real holy. He's got a goon that just walks up and beats the defenseless cook.
Turn around.
I know that water's ice cold, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Move to the end of the cage. Turn around.
It's crazy to have a job where you're just like in charge of just a bunch of people. And like you
Yeah.
have to you don't
Out
have
of
to
the
treat
cage,
them
go
like
to your
shit,
left,
but
look
like
at the closing Bible.
I don't know. It's just weird. Like these are all people that were like out in society, and now you're like doing this to them. It's just a weird thing to think about. I'm not saying prison's bad. I'm just saying it's like having that job would be so mind blowing to me because I would just see them
Yeah.
as people instead of like inmates, you know?
Hmm. I don't know. So they said delouse him. I don't know what that means, but they threw like a powder on him. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be.
Somebody
Yeah, I feel
always
like-
breaks down crying. Happens every time.
Oh, they're betting on who breaks down and cries.
Oh, okay.
I had my money on Andy Dufresne.
I'd probably break down and cry too.
Yeah, I was
Realize you're
about to
stuck
say
there
that.
for
I
the
was
rest of
about-
your life. Like,
Yeah.
Make you feel right at home. I know.
I don't know if he's
a couple
being
of big
genuine.
old
I
bull
hope he
queers,
is.
just especially that big white mushy
yep,
butt of yours.
never mind. Don't make his acquaintance. Don't make his acquaintance.
And it's fat ass by a nose. I want to go home.
Yeah, you ain't going home, my friend.
Gotta let me out of here.
What is your malfunction, you fat barrel of monkey spunk?
My God.
He's got some wild ones.
You don't understand. I'm not supposed to be here.
Open that cell.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot,
he has
dude.
no idea what he's just done.
Mm.
Being in prison is one thing, but being stuck there with like sadistic guards is insane.
Andy Dufresne cost me 2 packs of cigarettes. He never made a sound.
I mean, good for Andy, right? So he's got some resilience. The other guy started blubbering. But again, if you like, dude, imagine if you go somewhere like this and you're innocent, that means you're not even capable of committing a crime like that. Then you're really in here like stuck. You're like, I'm
Yeah.
not like any of these people. Oh,
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Do you mind?
protein, I guess. You're what? I thought he was about to eat it, and he's pocketing a bird.
Jake says
I
thank
forgot
you.
about the little bird.
Fell out of his nest over by the plate shop.
His name's Jake. That's so cute.
Doc had already gone home for the night. Poor bastard laid there till this morning. By then, hell, it wasn't nothing we could do.
That's
That's
crazy.
wild.
Zero repercussions too for his actions, for literally killing somebody.
What was his name?
Doesn't fucking matter what his name was. He's dead.
It's so crazy how just how some people like that guard deserves to be in prison probably more than a lot of these people do, you know.
Because I doubt that's the first dude he's killed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And beat him.
Hey, we all need friends in here. I could be a friend to you.
Like, get that fucking eye off of me, you stinky motherfucker.
Why'd you do it?
I didn't, since you asked.
Maintaining his innocence.
Everybody in here is innocent. You know that?
It's also, that's so funny.
I wonder if you might get me a rock hammer. Some mica? Shale?
He's like a genius. Bro, how does he know? What the hell? What is he plotting?
I have no enemies here.
No? Wait a while.
Yeah, you'll get some.
Sisters have taken quite a liking to you. Especially Boggs.
I'm sorry, you called them what? The sisters?
Yeah.
It will take a man about 600 years to tunnel under the wall with one of these.
Oh my lord, yeah.
You're free. We're running low on hexite. Get on back and fetch us up some.
Okay. Looks like this was a setup, possibly. Yeah, bro, I'd be flailing. I'd be losing my mind. Oh my god.
I wish I could tell you that Andy fought the good fight, and the sisters let him be. But prison is no fairy tale world.
That's crazy.
Sometimes he was able to fight him off, sometimes not. And that's how it went for Andy.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely devastating.
The roof of the license plate factory needs resurfacing. I need a dozen volunteers for a week's work.
Oh my gosh, I'd be like, get me out of where I am now. Please.
Now. Yeah, seriously.
35,000. That's what he left me.
Dollars?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Especially in the 40s. That has to be a lot.
Yeah.
Dumb shit. What do you think the government's gonna do to me?
He's like, that's like, yeah, because the guy's like, that's like winning the sweepstakes.
Some people really got it off.
Andy, you nuts. Keep your eyes on your mouth, man.
He's out there worried about like the taxes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh man, that sucks for him.
Yeah.
Mr. Hadley, do you trust your wife?
The biggest roast of all time could follow that.
Because if you do trust her, there's no reason you can't keep that 35,000.
35,000.
All of it.
All of it. Every penny.
He's a bank, because he, yeah, head of a, or vice president of a bank before.
A one-time only gift to your spouse for up to $60,000.
Bullshit. Tax-free?
Tax-free. IRS can't touch 1 cent.
Should have started with that. You almost got killed.
I'd only ask 3 beers apiece for each of my co-workers. I think a man working outdoors feels more like a man if you can have a bottle of suds.
It's a huge risk he's doing. I mean, he's
Yeah.
dangling over a fucking roof right now.
Bro might just release him anyway. Like, you know what?
Paid off.
And that's how it came to pass.
Sure, paid off, but like, you gotta like get to the point quicker next time, Andy. You almost died.
Conquered in the shade, a strange little smile on his face, watching us drink his beer.
That is like the first emotion he's shown at all.
Want a cold one, Andy?
No, thanks. Gave up drinking.
It did it all for them.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you do it?
I'm innocent, Red. Just like everybody else here.
That might be the closest thing to a confession that we get.
Like literally, that's the closest we will get.
Innocent.
Only guilty man in Shawshank.
Wow, interesting. That car is pretty easily into that wall.
Yeah.
Are you decent?
Me?
God, I love it.
I mean, they got to take what they can get.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Rita Hayworth.
What?
Huh?
Can you get her?
Like the person?
Let's get this over with.
My husband tells me you're a great believer.
Oh!
Oh!
Surprise attack worked at least.
Yeah, somewhat.
I'm gonna open my fly, and you're gonna swallow what I give you to swallow.
But you should know that sudden serious brain injury causes the victim to bite down hard.
Beat him within an inch of his life. Andy spent a month in the infirmary.
Wow. Oh. Oh my God, that sounded like that was a hard hit. What's happening right now?
Hey, he needs Andy.
Oh, true.
No! Help!
It's good to be needed, especially by the guards.
Yeah.
The sisters never laid a finger on Andy again, and Boggs never walked again.
Oh my Lord. They.
So yeah, obviously they were talking about a post.
Yeah, post. I didn't think they were actually going to get a full-grown human being.
And he said
No
no
charge.
charge.
Yeah, bro still has markings all over. I mean, those guards beat Boggs so bad. That was crazy. Bro tried to crawl away. They said, get his ankles. Drag it back.
Heads up. They're tossing the cells.
I like to like cough that out, like so quiet. You don't want to not let them know that you're warning them. That'll be annoying as hell to put back together, but okay.
Pleased to see you reading this.
Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh.
Good one.
It's pretty clean. Some contraband here, but nothing getting it twisted over.
They're showing some mercy.
Yeah.
Can't say I approve of this. Exceptions can be made.
Okay. Just get in their good graces. They seem to just be like,
It's interesting how they also kind of show the perspective of like corrupt prisons are like obviously corrupt, but there are ways to turn them to your advantage to where the corruption is almost a blessing, you know?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like because they're corrupt, yeah, you can benefit from them because that
Yeah.
means people can be bought out, they can be
Right.
swayed.
Andy, and I thought I heard you out here.
Is that not contraband? Having a full-on raven inside it.
I enter the names on this clipboard here. Easy peasy, Japanese.
Wait a second. What was that?
That's in. That's the one.
Oh, what's happening?
Thinking about maybe setting up some kind of trust fund for my kids' educations.
So he's getting a lot of people. Okay, he's getting the trust of a lot of these guys now.
He actually shook Andy's hand. My ass. Shook his hand.
But this can make people jealous too. I feel
Yeah,
like.
but I was gonna say it's good that he's developing a relationship with both the guards and the prisoners. That way he can kind of like
don't
not
wanna
be
be, like-
one-sided, you know?
You don't want to be like a mooch to the guards and have no prison friends because then they could target you like, oh yeah, let's get this guy out of here. You know?
How about expanding the library, get some new books in there?
Gonna ask for something. Ask for pool table.
That'd be sick to have a pool table, but not likely.
Perhaps I could write the state senate and request funds directly from them. I'll write a letter a week. They can't ignore me forever.
Sure can. You write your letters if it makes you happy.
He's committed. He's showing tenacity. And
So Andy started writing a
know.
letter a week.
it's like the warden respects it. It's just kind of like,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Just like Norton said, Andy got no answers.
Look at and they're even giving him like all the tools to do this financial stuff now. This is crazy.
Yeah, he's getting set up.
Andy did tax returns for half the guards at Shawshank.
Has to be nice. It's like he's working a normal job again, too.
He got so busy at tax time, he was allowed a staff.
Hey, Red, can you hand me a stack of 1040s?
Again, a whole operation out here.
It's actually crazy. But it's mutually beneficial again, you know?
Yeah.
That's really what it's about.
Red, Andy, it's Brooks.
I got no choice.
Brooks, you're not gonna hurt Haywood. We all know that. Even Haywood knows that, right, Haywood?
I know that, sir. It's the only way. It's the only way they let me stay.
Oh, because he does. His sentence, I bet, is up. Right? It's the only way they'd let me stay. Because some people get so ingrained into prison life that they get like scared and they will like commit crimes to go back because it's the only life they know.
Ain't you heard his parole come through?
That's crazy.
Brooks ain't no bug, just institutionalized.
Yeah, he's just just completely caught up, used to the system.
These walls are funny. First you hate them, you get so you depend on them. That's institutionalized.
I love how they're also like highlighting this type of these type of things that actually happen. You know?
Yeah,
like a
very
huge
real.
reflection on reality. Yeah.
Yeah.
They send you here for life. That's exactly what they take. Part that counts anyway.
Mm.
That's wicked dialogue.
You're free.
Bye, Jake. I hear anyone saying goodbye to all your friends, basically the only friends you have at this point.
Even the guards.
Yeah, even the guards. Yeah, you're used to you probably had a couple that you're used to talking to day in day out.
Dear fellas,
That has to be so scary.
parole board got me into this halfway house called the Brewer and a job.
Okay, so they are helping him somewhat
Yeah.
get reaccustomed.
Make sure your man double bags. Last time he didn't double bag and the bottom near came out.
And then you got to deal with those types of people, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, these types of people that have no idea what the struggle is like.
Yeah.
I keep thinking Jake might just show up, but he never does.
That's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
And rob the food away, so they'd send me home. I could shoot the manager while I was at it. I don't like it here. I'm tired of being afraid all the time.
No. No.
My gosh, such powerful imagery too.
Mm-hmm.
Tell Haywood I'm sorry I put a knife to his throat. No hard feelings, Brooks.
That's so sad. Again, a very real aspect, though, that they're touching on.
Goddamn mess, I'll tell you that.
Oh, they send books?
all this? You tell me, fuck stick, they're all addressed to you.
He's got the best insults. His insults are so ridiculous.
We trust this will fill your needs. We now consider the matter closed. Please stop sending us letters.
Hey, the persistence paid off.
Yeah. They're like, just send him some books. Just send
But
him some books.
it is sad because you know that homeboy would have loved to see this.
Brooks.
You know?
It took
Yeah.
6 years.
Took 6 years of letters. Wow.
Write 2 letters a week instead of 1.
I believe you're crazy enough.
I mean, that's crazy. That made me feel like, oh my God, wow. I can't, like, everyone said it wasn't possible, but and he believed. He managed to get it. That's insane.
Andy, do you hear that?
Nope.
Nope.
I don't hear anything.
This is my toothbrush.
He was having a hard time shitting. He probably got it out now.
Yeah.
I have no idea to this day what those 2 Italian ladies were singing about. I don't want to know. Some things are best left unsaid.
There's a little smile again. He's pleased with what he did.
I tell you, those voices soared.
You gotta imagine when's the last time these people have ever been heard singing, especially in the 50s.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have iPods or nothing.
All right.
And for the briefest of moments,
everyone stopped.
Every last man at Shawshank felt free.
Well, not singing, but like music. You know, people can sing here.
Open the door.
Open it up!
Got in his good graces, and then you're just like, eh.
I am warning you, Dufresne. Turn that off!
Don't touch the boat, Nemo.
Don't, just turn it up.
He just turned it up. And he just stares him down.
Like a kid. He's like a child. Like, you know, like when you tell a kid no.
You're mine now.
He just accepted it. He knows. He just knew. He's like, I'm gonna get my ass beat anyway.
Andy got 2 weeks in the hole for that little stunt.
On your feet.
Oh, good for him. You know, at least he, like, imagine how much they like him now.
Yeah.
There's something inside that they can't get to, that they can't touch.
Yeah. Your imagination, your memories, your appreciation for things.
Hope.
And hope.
Mm-hmm.
Hope.
A lot of these guys probably lost hope the day they got put in here, you know?
Hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane. You better get used to that idea.
Like Brooks did.
Got a point. Hope is also what got him the books, you know, because he hoped by just sending these letters constantly every week that he would get it, and look what it got him.
It says here that you served 30 years of life sentence.
Been here for 10 years since his last rejection.
And I can honestly say I'm a changed man. No danger to society here. God's honest truth.
It's just routine at this point.
Yeah. He's like even saying with like a
Absolutely
smile. Like,
rehabilitated.
yeah, like look at the dead look in his eyes. Like, yeah.
Yep, just over and over and over again.
How do you even convince them you are? Like, I'm so curious. A new girl for your 10-year anniversary.
Marilyn Monroe.
He wrote 2 letters a week instead of 1.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Appropriations Committee voted an annual payment of $500.
Wow.
The rest of us did our best to pitch in when and where we could.
That's very well done carving.
Andy had transformed the storage room smelling of rat turds and turpentine.
Wow, look at that.
Laura don't know what to do.
All right, maybe we need to get a new section for him if he's going to be...
Our inmates, properly supervised, will be put to work outside these walls.
Wow.
He's getting a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
Men, materials, you name it. And oh my Lord, how the money rolled in.
I mean, just smart to have them do tasks outside. It's benefiting society, at least. Make them useful.
I need this new highway contract. I don't get it, and I go under. I just have some of this fine pie my missus made specially for you.
He's taking everyone's business.
Ooh. Just bribing them some cash?
Yeah.
Ed, I wouldn't worry too much about this contract. Seems to me I already got my boys committed elsewhere.
Behind every dollar earned, there was Andy, keeping the books.
Just major fraud. But he's got Andy to help, like, keep track of everything and wash the money or whatever.
Hidden old safe, okay.
Yeah, that's why the warden makes him lock it up.
Want the rest of this? Woman can't bake with shit.
Oh my Lord.
Realistically, the guy just was bribing him, but he had to hand him the money with the pie. She can't bake for shit. That was crazy.
It's going to lead to somebody.
Sure it is, but not to me. And certainly not to the warden.
He's like 800 steps ahead.
Yeah.
All right, who?
Randall Stevens. It's where the filtering process starts. They trace anything, it's just going to lead to him.
Yeah. But again, when you're that high up in like banking, you understand how every level of it works, you know?
He doesn't exist, except on paper.
It's just so insane, man.
I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. I had to come to prison to be a crook.
That's funny.
Man is an absolute genius. Like, just like, what the heck is going on up there?
Makes sense that he likes chess because he's literally always steps ahead.
Tommy Williams came to Shawshank in 1965 on a 2-year stretch for B&E.
Okay.
Sounds like you've done time all over New England.
Yeah, I've been in and out since I was 13. You name the place.
So you've been a career criminal. Got it.
You don't seem to be a very good thief. Maybe you should try something else.
What are you in for?
Me?
So I was gonna say murder.
Lawyer, fuck me.
Oh, that's funny. Took his line.
Everybody's innocent in here. Don't you know that?
That's funny how it's
He ain't the fish anymore.
Yeah.
Just thinking maybe trying for my high school equivalency here. You helped a couple fellows with that. Thing is, he, don't read so good.
Had a feeling he was gonna say something like that.
You don't read so well.
Also that.
He really liked the kid. Gave him a thrill to help a youngster crawl off the
I didn't
shitty.
even know that's how you spell crept.
Really? It's
I
a
just
weird
didn't-
word. It's a very weird
It
word.
looked really weird for me to see. I was like, huh.
By 1966, right about the time Tommy was getting ready to take his exams, it was lovely Raquel.
Man's getting a whole calendar.
Yeah.
Wasted a whole fucking year of my time with this bullshit.
No.
2 points right there. There's your goddamn score. 5 times 5 is 25. Fuck this place! Fuck it!
Well, he was right. 5 times 5 is 25.
Probably 2 more points right there.
Oh my gosh.
What's he in here for anyway?
Caught his wife in bed with some golf pro. Raised them both.
That's the scary thing. It's about learning about it like after, like he's been teaching you, you've been bonding with him, and then you just find out like he murdered 2 people.
About 4 years ago. I killed him.
Him and this tasty bitch he was with. Golf pro, but she's married some other guy. Some hotshot banker.
Andy, I'm so sorry I ever doubted you.
This Blatch does exist. You think he'd just fall to his knees and cry, yes, I did it, I confess.
Warden is not feeling this. He's not vibing with this.
This meeting is over.
Sir,
He
if
doesn't
I
want
would
to let
ever
him
get out, I
go.
would never mention what goes on in here. I'd be just as...
Oh, why did you even bring that up? Why would you even say that?
Solitary, a month.
Yes, sir. Hi.
What's the matter with you?
Get him out of here.
Come on, it's my chance to get out.
What a coward.
Yeah.
Kid passed. C+ average. Thought you'd like to know.
There you go.
See, he was all uppity about him freaking. He's like, I failed. Ah, he didn't even know the score.
Yeah. Puts that smile on his face.
I love how that is the smile, and it's just literally barely the edge of his mouth up.
And we're like so much emotion. Just
Wow.
like,
look at how happy he is.
just because he's always like deadpan the entire rest of the movie.
I'm asking you to keep this conversation just between us.
Oh, I'd be so nervous. Big, why are you being so nice to me?
I have to know if what you told Dufresne was
Oh,
the truth.
he's talking about that.
Absolutely.
That's what I thought.
I feel like this is not gonna end well. What are you looking up at? Bro, he's the worst individual I've ever. Oh my god!
And claiming to be a Christian man is just
And setting up to get killed.
Man that young, less than a year to go, trying to escape.
ugh.
Broke Captain Hadley's heart to shoot him.
And he's not
It's
dumb
such a-
though. He's gonna know. Like there's
Yeah, like, you have a-
convenient kid that told me.
And also, like, no one tries to escape with a year left. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Get someone else to run your scams.
Damn.
Nothing stops. Nothing.
Oh.
Mm.
We'll have us a little book barbecue in the yard. You'll see the flames for miles. You understand me? Catching my drift?
Bro is like diabolical.
The greed is insane.
Tell you where I'd go. To Hill. That's where I want to live the rest of my life. Warm place with no memory.
I don't blame you after everything you've been through.
Yeah.
In a place like that, I could use a man that knows how to get things.
I don't think I could make it on the outside, Andy.
Got to keep hope alive.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you underestimate yourself.
I don't think so.
I think you do.
I mean, Mexico is way the hell down there, and you're in here, and that's the way it is.
There's that no hope.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, you get busy dying.
Damn.
Wow. That was
you could
great dialogue again between them.
Yeah, and you could just feel the frustration, like just seething through him. Like,
Mm-hmm. More emotion finally being shown.
There's a big hayfield up near Buxton. You know where Buxton is? Promise me, Red. If you ever get out, find that spot. Piece of black, volcanic glass.
that look in his eye is insane.
Yeah.
He asked me for a length of rope.
And you gave it to him.
Sure I did. Why wouldn't I?
Jesus, Haywood.
This has to be so weird having to work with this dude after, like,
oh yeah,
you know. All right, what are we doing, Andy? Don't do what I think you might do.
That was the longest night of my life.
I would be so stressed out, like, oh my
yeah,
God, he's gonna kill himself.
Man missing on tier 2, cell 245. Damn it, Dufresne, you're putting me behind. I got a schedule to keep. You better be sick or dead in there, I shit you not.
He might be dead.
Oh, my holy God.
What do you mean he just wasn't here?
Oh, he might be Houdini. He disappeared.
He must have said something.
Also, Warden. Not a word.
Damn conspiracy! And everyone's in on it!
Throwing it at the guards now. My gosh.
Oh, lordy, lordy. Bro's a genius. Heart would sink to the floor being the warden. I'd be like, you're kidding. That's insane.
Oh, you pushed a man to his last point and you didn't let him go free, found out there was proof.
And during a storm too, so it's like gonna be all
Shawshank
out.
prison.
I wonder what the time is like from lights out to when they do first call. Like how many hours ahead is he of these guys right now?
600 years to tunnel through the wall with it. Old Andy did it in less than 20.
How many days was he doing that constant?
I mean, he was working on it the whole time.
Has to be like, dude, he had to be exhausted too. Think about it, you're doing that. You have to be doing that at night. Most likely. But how's he getting rid of the dirt, the rock? You have to displace it.
Geology is the study of pressure and time. That's all it takes, really.
That's insane.
Yeah, what a fucking lie.
That and a big goddamn poster.
Oh.
Not only pressure and time on the whole, but pressure and time on a person, you know?
Oh, I get, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying, yeah.
And his favorite hobby was toting his wall out into the exercise yard. A handful at a time.
That's insane. So you just, yo.
Andy decided he'd been here just about long enough.
Look at your split. Want to get home?
Buddy, don't rush me with your fraudulent paperwork. Do you want it done correctly or do you want to go to jail and be in here with us? Oh my God, did he take the fraudulent files with him? Mans was playing chess for way longer than these boys. They were all playing check. They weren't even playing checkers. I don't know what they were playing. Connect 4. He even had a bag that's like water sealed. Or like, well, plastic, I guess, so it won't get wet. That's crazy. Oh, I see tied to his leg.
Yeah.
I wonder how much time he spent, like, you know, after probably finishing the initial hole, like kind of looking like, okay, like where would I have to climb down to?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Mapping everything out.
because you can't just go in blind. Because what if you're just stuck in between these walls? There's like nowhere to go.
Yeah. Had to time it for a rainy night.
Yeah.
Everything.
Literally heard that thunder and that rain. Was like, this is the night. Price of freedom. Price of freedom. You want to be free, Cam?
I knew this was coming.
500 yards. That's the length of 5 football fields.
Dude, the second he came out of that water.
Oh my gosh, I'm going straight to the hospital.
The puddle of brown that popped off of him when he dropped into the water. It's disgusting.
Well, he made it out.
Yeah, he did. That has to feel insane.
After
Looking
all
back.
this time.
And getting to look back and be like, I'm out. Like, oh my gosh.
Until that moment, he didn't exist. Except on paper.
Oh, he was playing ultimate chess.
I hope you'll enjoy living abroad.
Thank you. I'm sure I will.
Took all that money.
And the money's all in his account. Oh my lord, this is insane.
All told, he blew town with better than $370,000.
And at that time,
So, yeah, might as well have been a millionaire at that time.
Good morning, Portland Daily Bugle.
Corruption, murder at Shawshank. Oh my lord. He's going to get the warden locked up.
uh-oh.
Dude, reading that headline and then hear his judgment coming right
soon. That's wild.
Oh, this is a holy Bible, brother. Your warden, you were right. Salvation lay within. Andy Dufresne.
Man is zesty. He didn't need to do any of that.
Oh, we show where he hid the rock hammers right in the Bible. The war would never, yeah.
You have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be held against you on a...
This is nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a coward who would do this.
Yeah.
Make it easy on yourself, Jordan.
Yeah.
And that was so cool that they did it right after the line. Make it easy on yourself, Warden.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The stuff he pulled.
These friends of mine could use a couple of beers. And he got it. And he got it.
He's like a hero, like a legend.
Yeah.
And he was innocent, which makes it better.
Some birds aren't meant to be caged. Their feathers are just too bright. I guess I just miss my friend.
This top tier writing all throughout.
Narration was so on point. Like the dialogue for the narration and the interactions, so top tier. All right, here we go. Come on.
You feel you've been rehabilitated?
You know, I don't have any idea what that means.
Well, it means you're ready to rejoin society.
I know what you think it means, Sonny.
Oof.
I look back on the way I was then. I want to try to talk some sense to him.
I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
So you go on and stamp your form, Sonny, and stop wasting my time. I don't give a shit.
Ooh, I just got wicked chills.
It's crazy.
Rehabilitated might be a made up word to him, but perhaps redeemed.
Yeah.
Is the right one.
Oh, you get the same. Yep. The same one that Brooks was
More
in.
chill.
Wow.
Same job too.
Yeah. So it must just be like a standard, like
Yeah.
here, this is how, just to segue you in.
Restroom break, boss?
You don't need to ask me every time you need to go take a piss. Just go, understand?
He's trying to be a good worker, you sack of shit. Could have said it in a nicer way.
I think he was trying to be. He's just kind of like,
yeah,
buddy, just go.
All I do anymore is think of ways to break my parole. So maybe they'd send me back.
Don't do that.
Only one thing stops me. A promise I made to Andy.
Oh, yeah? I just got a compass. Okay, so I can go to the north end of the field or whatever it was. Look for black rock, right? Some volcanic glass.
Could you imagine that he was on just such a high? He's like, oh, shit. I forgot. What
could possibly be in this tin? Okay. Envelope. Well, read the card first. The letter
money.
First. Oh, my lordy, lordy.
And if you've come this far, maybe you're willing to come a little further.
Oh, snap.
You remember the name of the town, don't you?
Zewataneo.
Zewataneo.
I would not have remembered that.
I would feel like, dang it.
Hope is a good thing. Maybe the best of things. And no good thing ever dies. Your friend, Andy.
Definitely should have been like, if you forgot the name of the town, flip this letter over. I put the name on there just to get, because Zewataneo is a very weird town name. I would have forgotten that.
I definitely would remember the Z.
Well, yeah, we were watching a movie. We forgot it. This was years later.
Yeah.
Get busy living or get busy dying. That's goddamn right.
Red was here. So was Red.
I find I'm so excited I can barely sit still or hold a thought in my head. I think it's the excitement only a free man can feel.
Yeah.
A Morgan Freeman.
Damn it. How did I not think of that? That made me mad. Dude, I'd have chills if I saw, like, in this situation, seeing walk up, like, oh my God, he made it.
Yeah.
Just getting to sit there and talk and reminisce again.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Memory of Alan. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
All right, that was our reaction to the Shawshank Redemption. If you liked what you were watching, leave a like down below. Subscribe to stay tuned for more if you're not already. And if you want to watch our full-length reaction to this and various other movies, as well as get 3 edited movie reactions ahead of YouTube, you can check that out on Patreon. The link for that is in the description. Obviously, since I have seen this before, Zay, why don't you take away your thoughts first and let everybody know how you felt about the movie and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is it's interesting because like you had mentioned before, we've seen The Green Mile, which was one that I had seen and you hadn't seen, and although like the vibes of Shawshank and The Green Mile are like similar in some ways, it's interesting because Green Mile was a lot of interpretation and room for interpretation, stuff like that. Whereas like the Shawshank Redemption was like a whole redemption story and this like super deep journey of a guy who you don't know from the beginning. It seems like he definitely was the one that committed a crime, to find out later that he didn't commit the crime. And when he has a chance to escape, he's become too much of an asset to this totally corrupt warden and totally corrupt prison system that they didn't even want to give him a chance, resulting in him completely breaking out. And again, the whole idea of it is hope at the end of the day. Like that was like a very big staple in it. You know, finally Red started to have hope. He even said, he's like, I hope I get to shake my friend's hand one day. And it's just insane how committed Andy was throughout the whole movie. I thought the acting was absolutely superb. I don't know how someone is able to be so stone-faced throughout the whole movie. Like it was so impressive to show like zero emotion through the whole movie. And even when Andy was showing a little bit of emotion, it was like just a little bit, like not even a lot, but that like spoke volumes since he was this blank slate that people were always looking at. I loved Red's character in this, or Morgan Freeman's character, Red, in this, as kind of like the protagonist's best friend, but also kind of like this dude that's institutionalized at some point, and kind of be like, dude, you can't do it, you won't be able to do it, you won't be able to do it. And I feel like his lack of hope almost like drove Andy to push harder to prove like, no, listen, like when he brought up the books, I want to get us more books. Nah, yeah, okay, sure, they'll do that. They're never gonna do that. He got the books, and it's like it's slowly again this idea of hope that builds up throughout the film until Andy eventually breaks out. I thought the warden also, that the actor that played the warden was absolutely phenomenal as well. Super intimidating. Him and Hadley, they both of those characters were super intimidating, super well done, and the dialogue throughout the whole film was superb. Every interaction between Red and Andy was great. Between Andy and Hadley, Andy and the warden, like just this push pull, all these chess moves that are going on between each other, and everyone always thinking like they're ahead or they're untouchable. And the whole time that's Andy, who's kind of like this calm, quiet, just kind of mind his business, helping out, was already a million miles ahead. He's been planning, been plotting. Just a super, super well done film. And I thought the pacing of it was also fantastic, and the score as well.
Yeah. I really, really, really enjoyed this movie. And I think something that I've noticed on second watch that I definitely appreciate a lot more than I appreciated on the first watch is that kind of when I'm watching the movie for the first time, for me, I'm focused on Tim Robbins' character, Andy. I'm focused on his journey, his adventure, his transition from being incarcerated to, you know, eventually being freed. And I always viewed him as the main character, which is interesting because now on this watch, I definitely think that Red was probably more so the main character, or at least definitely I feel like the story revolved a little bit more around Red. And I mean that in the
Mhm.
sense that Red was, I mean, he was the narrator. I don't
Mhm.
know if Andy did any narration. I don't
Not
think so.
narration, no.
But yeah, so Red was the narrator of the entire story, and it does definitely seems like the redemption, while there may have been multiple redemptions in this film, I feel like the big redemption was Red, because Red did murder people and he did get
Mm,
convicted,
yeah.
and he you know, he was a really dumb kid at the time. He even said, I wish I could talk some sense to him, and he kept going through this process of like, yeah, I'm rehabilitated, yeah, I'm rehabilitated, and he was losing hope like we saw happen to Brooks. And what was interesting is Andy kind of served as this new form of hope, or as this new form of light, because once Andy came in, Andy was able to do things that, you know, he probably never thought was possible, and spark this new sort of life in Red, which
Mhm.
unfortunately what didn't have the time or relationship to spark that in Brooks. And almost Brooks and Red are kind of like two ways that a person can go, somebody who loses
Yeah.
hope and somebody who manages to hold on or at least get it back. And I felt like that hope that he achieved in that time that he spent there, and being able to grow and learn from his surroundings, and what it's like to kind of work your way into that form of mentality of hope and light and um regret for what he did and things like that. It almost like to me seemed like that was the main redemption. And him
Yeah.
being able to finally be approved and get out of there and have that free life with Andy was, which was what was absolutely beautiful to see. And I feel like they even kind of highlighted the parallels, but also they compared and contrast Brooks with Red, because we had Brooks and Red have the same life afterwards,
Yep.
the same plays. They said
Yep.
Brooks was here, so was Red, and we just saw a
Same
totally
thoughts as well. He was like,
same
I might just commit
thought.
a crime to go back.
I'm institutionalized, he said. He understood why Brooks felt the way that Brooks felt. And I felt like, and they both were in there for a very long time. So this was something I had totally not thought about on the first watch, but being able to watch it again, I was able to pay a lot more attention to Red and his story. And I feel like that was kind of like, for me, the hidden, he was like the hidden main character, or like the one that
Yeah.
really kind of seemed to be a focus of the story. So I thought it was beautiful that they did that, and they were able to kind of show the two paths that can be taken, one with hope and one when hope is lost. and what can occur. But they also did such a great job at showing the brutality of the prison system in some sense, and the possible corruptions that can happen there, and it made for a really intriguing story as well. I mean, we got wicked antagonists, and the consequences of things, just the brutality that people have to go through was insane, and being able to see what life is like. Somebody who's never been to prison, or somebody like us, if you're naive enough, you think that, hey, look, you got out of prison. It's great. It's good for
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
You're not
yeah.
in there anymore.
100%.
Everything should be great. But in reality, there's almost like a parallel to like war, where when you come home, everything is just different. It's not the same. You're not used to it, and it can really mess with your mind, or put you in a really bad situation. And it is a shame how we do see veterans in similar situations as ex-convicts, where they have a hard time finding a home, or a hard time finding a job, or fitting in with society. I just think this movie did a really great job at capturing those aspects as well. I mean, there's a lot I could say about this movie overall, but it's a phenomenal experience and an amazing time. I can see why it's so like critically appraised, and why a lot of people consider it to be one of the best. I definitely consider it the best out of the three Frank
Yeah.
Darabont Stephen King adaptations. And another fascinating thing about this movie is that um, most, not all, but most Stephen King adaptations or things that we have seen from him have some kind of mystical element to it.
Right.
And
This is
this
more
was
just a real life.
grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it was fascinating to see how well written stories from Stephen King can be without that mystical element. It shows his
Yeah.
range and even Frank Darabont's range in his directing styles, and what he's able to capture. But overall, just an absolutely fantastic experience, and it's a hallmark and a benchmark or bookmark, or whatever you call it. It's a must see for anybody who's getting into the film industry, or anybody who is starting to appreciate films for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't want to keep going on too long about it, but I loved what you just said too about, or what you had said about Red being this hidden main character. Because once you said it and then kind of thinking back of the film, you're right. Because Andy is this catalyst for Red's redemption, and he really is the only one in the film that commits a crime and gets that full redemption arc, really living a happy ending. Because obviously Brooks took his own life. Andy didn't ever commit the crime, but yes, he was able to redeem himself in a way by getting out, and even getting the warden, and well, Warden ended up unaliving himself, but getting Hadley arrested, etc., and shutting down that prison's like corruptness. But overall, an absolute blast of a film. Freaking, I do want to rewatch it at some point, just to see, catch on to any other maybe minor themes and such going on.
All right. Well, any final thoughts before we get into the rating?
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go. Just so you guys know, we go from 0 to 10, and we never give out zeros, and we never give out 10s. Why? Well, because by giving out a 0, you're saying nothing could ever be worse than this movie. By giving out 10, you're saying nothing could ever be better than this movie. Both of those things are our subjective opinion. 5 is average, 6 is good, 7 is great, 8 is beyond that, 9 is top tier cinema. We do give out decimal points like 9.999 and so on, if we so please. Zay, where would you put this?
Listen, this is gonna be I think this will be this is easily one of the highest ones I've ever rated. So I think I'm honestly gonna slap this at like a 9.5. I think that between the dialogue, I think the dialogue was amazing. The story itself was amazing. The acting was absolutely superb. I mean, I'm trying to think of a nitpick that I could give this film to even like knock some off. I'm sure maybe there's somewhere you could cut down on time a little bit if you want to, but I thought it was paced fantastic. I thought every character that was shown and brought in, from Boggs, who was like in the beginning, that like the sisters and all them who were harassing Andy, all the way to super staple characters like Red, Hadley, the Warden, Andy himself. They all had a super heavy piece in the film and in the story and in the development of it. And the fact that it again shows the range of Stephen King, not just doing like something with mystical elements, doing real life stuff, and really touching on elements and things that are true in society even today, and problems that were in prisons and are still in prisons even today, corruption, etc. Just absolutely, it is top tier filmmaking, it is top tier writing, it is just top tier all around. Very few films I could ever think to try to put even ahead of this one, especially in this aspect. It was 100% a blast. I freaking like I said, I want to rewatch it again to catch on to some minor themes and such, and look into more some of the characters, pay attention to like Red and everyone else. But 9.5, I think, is going to be where I slap this one.
Yeah, I think for me, when I first watched this movie, I think I would have put it at a 9.52 just because it's a fantastic, like, just
Mhm.
cinematic experience to go through. At this point, I think I'm probably gonna put it at like a 9.75. Being able to rewatch it and pick up on some extra things that I hadn't picked up before, especially with the Red's character and some of the some of the dialogue, I had not remembered it being that good or like
Oh, deep.
that crazy. Yeah, really deep and contemplative and touching. And I think that this is one of those movies that the extra things that I noticed enhance the film. And I
Okay.
can't really think of too many, if any, nitpicks that negatively affected the film. I guess if I had to have any nitpick, I will say that overall the pacing was brilliant. But I do think the first and second act had a minor bit of a lull to it. But I'll say
Okay.
why that I think that is because this movie did a really good job at kind of like you're watching it and you're kind of curious like what is going on in Andy's head? Like we really don't
Right.
know because
Yeah.
like we say he's not very readable. And when you start at the beginning and he asks for a rock hammer, or even you said it, the first thought is like, okay, he's gonna try to escape. Like he's gonna get out of here. He's
Right.
sentenced to 2 life murders. But then you see the rock hammer, you see his habits, the things he's doing, and it throws you off. And I think that's kind of why I feel like the first 2 acts are a little bit of a lull is because it's intentional. It's meant to make you feel like, oh, I thought he was trying to escape, but we're already this far into the movie. He's not
Right. Right.
escaping or
Right.
anything like that. So, what is the game plan here? What is going to happen? And it almost kind of feels like eh, I'm not saying we've ever been to prison or we know what it's like to be in prison, but there's
Yeah.
almost I guess a figurative essence of like it's almost like we're kind of like losing hope, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
story or for the characters because it's like, well, they're not escaping. The warden's not going to help them out. There's nowhere for us to go. Um, Only for that third act to like really turn around and hit you right in the face with this huge reveal and everything like that. So I thought it was brilliantly well done. So I don't know if I would consider that like a negative. It's definitely like you have to watch everything for that first and second act to pay off. And if you
Yeah.
don't watch everything, you're gonna be like, I don't know what was the hype was all about and things like that.
Right. No,
So
100%.
it definitely heavy ended on the third act of having it like really pay everything off. So I guess it might be a nitpick. It's more of a stylistic choice than
Yeah.
anything. The acting was absolutely phenomenal. The lines throughout this movie were just absolutely mind blowing. Some of the best lines I've ever seen in anything, TV, movie, or anything. And Morgan Freeman was, of course, a great choice to play Red. Great choice
Yeah.
to be the narrator. As always, Morgan Freeman does a great job at narration. And even like you said, the villains that the Warden, Norton and Hadley, and they did a really good job at like portraying these really evil and twisted and corrupted people, and also kind of showing like elements of hypocrisy with Norton, who praises
Mhm.
the Bible and all these things, but then turns around and does these evil things. So they had many elements of humanity throughout the movie, and just a huge reflection on the story of redemption and the story of like corruption and things like that. So they captured many elements with great acting, great writing, great directing, and just overall a cinematic masterpiece in my mind. So I would definitely put this at a 9.75 for now. But yeah,
Wow.
any
That's like two of the highest ratings, yeah, we've given on the channel. So that's
yeah,
insane.
really high up there. But with that being said, guys, listen, thank you again for being here. Thank you for the support. Zay, I know you have a Twitch.
Yes, I do, guys. My Twitch will be linked down in the description below. Just if it's your first time seeing, if you tried to click on one of the older videos, it might have had my older Twitch link. My name changed on there. So whatever's in the description, that's my current name. I don't plan on changing it. So that way, no confusion. Well, I've been having a blast playing some solo games and playing games with some of my friends. Been playing games with Cameron as well, and games with my girlfriend as well. Been a super fun time. So if you want another way to interact with Cam and I when he's on, or interact with me, ask me questions, talk about the channel, feel free to stop on by. It's always a good time.
Yeah, check it out. Super fun. It's always great to see you guys there. And look, with that being said, listen, y'all, if you are going to become a warden at a prison, don't be so fucked up. We'll see you guys on the next one. And peace.